Hey guys, Cronus Falls here, and today we are doing an account rework for CitizenSnips here. So he has asked me to come in here and take a look at both his clan boss team and his dungeon teams. We're also going to go ahead and take a look at arena. So let's go ahead and check out first here on the clan boss. He says he's hitting Ultra Nightmare for about 17 million a key. And there it is. So yeah, about 17 million a key. He's done about 35 million so far. So the team is Altan, Rosin, Vizier, Skull Crusher, and our Frozen Banshee here. So a pretty decent team, although looking at that team power, I have a feeling that they are a little bit under geared. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Then on the dungeon front, he said everywhere he can farm 20, but it's pretty slow, except for Spider. He said he's doing fine there. Let's go ahead and take a look here. He's at 8 minutes 11 seconds on Ice Golem, so that's really slow. 457 on Dragon, also pretty slow. And 636 on Fire Knight. So we're going to be looking to move all of those up here today. Let's go ahead and get started with the clan boss team. Actually, let's look at arena real quick first. Let's see, so this is his defense here. I mean, not bad. A miscreated monster I feel doesn't fit the best here. What's he using on offense? Same thing. Let's see, what options do we have? Obviously we have Rosin, we have Martyr. Okay, so we have Martyr. She'll probably be coming into the clan boss team. Anything else? Not a whole lot of arena champs here. Alright, well, we will just go ahead and get started. Arena is the one place I'm not sure we're going to have a lot to work on, just because it looks like we don't have a ton of arena champs. Rosin would be probably better to come in instead of Miscreated Monster, but if we are building him for clan boss, he may not be properly suited for that role. So let's just go ahead and see here, back out. So, alright, let's see, as far as clan boss goes, what are we thinking? Obviously Vizier's coming in, Frozen Banshee's definitely coming in as our poisoner. Where is she? There she is. So she'll definitely be in there as well. I think Martyr should come in instead of Altan for the decreased attack, since Vizier can go ahead and extend that. Then we could be running double counter attack, although we won't have a cleanse, so that's something to consider. It might be better to run Martyr plus someone like a Reliquary Tender in order to extend. That would be interesting. Let's see, Rosin's giving us decreased defense and weaken, but Martyr could give us the decreased defense, so he could potentially come out for like Reliquary Tender or something. I don't know, that'd be interesting to play around with. Not sure which one's going to be better. What's her Masteries like? She does not have any. We only have 800 gems, so we're definitely not spending those on her today. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Still might be worth it though to bring her in, just to make sure that our rotation doesn't get messed up. That way we could have Martyr as our lead. I don't know, it might be worth it. We'll go ahead and see here. Let's go ahead and take a look at his gear. So first off, obviously we're looking for flat stats. Got this one here. I mean, it's really not good. If it had double rolled speed, yes, but double roll crit rate doesn't make up for the fact that it's flat attack, so we're gonna go ahead and sell that. That's gonna have to go. Then let's take a look for any attack percent. Gloves, that one's okay. That one can go. And that one can stay. Alright, so if he does happen to get any bomb champions, he'll still have 2 to work with, so that's fine. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the more serious gear cleanse here. Probably going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and we will come back in when we're done. Alrighty, so we are finished with the cleanse here. 180 pieces to go. It was clear when I was going through that he has the right idea as far as what to keep, but he was keeping a lot of 4-star and 3-star gear that he really just doesn't need anymore. As you can see, he's pretty close to his capacity here, 637. So this is going to go ahead and drop him back down to the 400s and allow him to build up a better arsenal of 5- and 6-star gear, which is really what he's going to need to push forward. So let's go ahead and sell all this off. Boom, 457. So we got a lot of room now to work with as he goes ahead and farms in the future. Let's go ahead and just get rid of all these red dots here. Come on, can't have these. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now let's get into the gearing process. So again, like I said, I'm thinking Martyr, Vizier. I might not actually do Rosin just because I think the weaken might not be worth it. I think more poison might be the way to go. So if we can get the decreased defense and decreased attack with Martyr, and then the poison sensitivity and poisons up with our frozen Banshee, then I think that might be the optimal way to go as far as damage. Let me take a look at the builds first though, see what kind of speeds we're running at. So 174 on Skull Crusher is a little high for Nightmare. So see if everyone else is tuned properly. 182 on Vizier is fine. All 10 was running at 182. And who else was in there? Rosin was running at 175. So it looks like everyone was tuned correctly, which is definitely good. Who else was in there? Frozen Banshee. Yeah, 184. Okay, so everything was running properly. I think right now what we're doing is we're running kind of a slow speed tune on Ultra Nightmare, which actually makes you miss out on quite a bit of damage. So maybe we go for the double counterattack comp, where basically I'll leave Skull Crusher down at that 174, and everyone else kind of at their proper tune at that level, but bump Martyr here up to kind of the 191 range. I don't know though, because if Skull Crusher goes ahead and puts up his counterattack as the second one, then he is going to be the only one without counterattack when the stun comes around. So he's going to end up taking it, which wouldn't be good. We would need a cleanse in that case, which, well, let's see. Who are we talking about bringing in right now? We're talking about bringing in Martyr, we're talking about bringing in Vizier, we're talking about bringing in Frozen Banshee, and we're talking about Skull Crusher. So those four are definite ins. If we have Martyr, we don't need all 10, we don't need Rosin. So maybe we do bring Reliquary Tinder in there as our cleanse, just to make sure that we get our rotation around correctly. Is she fully booked? She is. So I think that's what we're going to go ahead and do. As long as we have a cleanse in there as our fastest one, we shouldn't have to worry about Skull Crusher taking the stun too much. As long, I don't know. It's still rough. I don't want him to be taking that hit, because if he goes down, that's really going to affect our run. So it might actually be optimal to get him to the 191 speed, and then push Martyr just to the 171. That way, or she's already at 174, so she's actually not looking too bad. She can use some more defense though. So I think that's what we're going to do. Allow our Skull Crusher to do the first counter attack, and then we'll have Martyr put on the second one. That way everyone has counter attack when it rolls back around. She can take the stunning hit, and then our Reliquary Tinder can go ahead and cleanse that for us. So that's the idea of what we're going to be moving forward with. I'm going to go ahead and hop into the gearing, so I will come back after we're done and we'll see how we're doing. Alrighty, so we are done with the re-gearing. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now these builds aren't going to be perfect because we are still a little bit lacking in gear, but I think they're looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look at our Martyr first. I did change my mind and decided to make Martyr the first champion instead of Skull Crusher. Basically, I wanted that increased defense rather, to be up in front of all of the AoE attacks, since they do hit harder than the stun. So I decided to go for her, and hopefully Skull Crusher does not take too much of a pounding. We will see. So basically we've got her at about 31k HP, 4300 defense, 192 speed, which is going to be perfect for Ultra Nightmare. And then we have her at 229 accuracy, which should be good as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Vizier. So Vizier actually, oh yeah, he had an HP necklace, that's why I haven't rolled it up. He's at about 29k HP, 3600 defense, 176 speed. So we are doing a bit of a slow tune, so most of the champions are going to be between the 171 to 189 range besides Martyr. So he's at 176 and then 215 accuracy. I would like that to be a little bit higher, but that's just what we got on the gear. It's all glyphed and everything, so that's just going to have to do it for now. Hopefully that'll be enough. Now let's go ahead and take a look at who's next here. Skull Crusher. So Skull Crusher is currently at about 38k HP, 4191 defense. That'll come up when we get him into a defense banner. Right now he's in HP, 174 speed, which is fine. And then only 41 accuracy, which is good. We do not want him landing his A1. Now let's go ahead and come down here and take a look at our, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Who's next? Who's next? Reliquary Tender. There we go. So Reliquary Tender coming in here with about 29k HP, 3700 defense, 192 speed. She needs to be faster than the Martyr in order to come in and do the cleanse properly. Actually, let me see. What speed was Martyr at? She's also at 192, so I'm going to need to knock up Reliquary Tender's speed by 1. So let's just come in here and throw on... I am on Reliquary Tender, right? Ooh. Come on here to Reliquary Tender and just throw on 1 speed. And that'll do it. So she should be at 193 now, which will be perfect. Yes, she is. Okay. So that's that. We've got her, like I said, 3700 defense. No accuracy. We don't want her landing her A1. So that should be good there. And then finally our Frozen Banshee. She is at about 27k HP, 3800 defense, 182 speed, and 245 accuracy. So she should be able to land her stuff just fine. Reliquary Tender, like I said before, does not have Masteries, so we're not going to expect to see any numbers out of her here, which is going to hurt our performance a little bit. Another thing, we are against a red clan boss today, which is a little bit unfortunate. It means that Frozen Banshee is probably going to be their target, which is not great for us. I think she's the only blue, if I'm not mistaken. We've got red, green, red, yeah, purple and blue. So we're definitely not going to be seeing our best numbers here. Hopefully Banshee can go ahead and get out enough poisons, though, before we end up losing her. So even if she does go down early, if we do get the poisons up and Vizier taking them up, then we should be looking good. So let me go ahead and check first of all, before I use up this key. I just want to make sure that all of our champions are booked. Vizier is fully booked, hopefully, his A1. It is not, so we're going to be missing 10% chance on that, which is going to hurt us. Who else? Martyr is fully booked on her A2 here. That's all that should matter, hopefully. Skull Crusher, his A2 is booked, so that's good. And then Reliquary Tender, fully booked, so we're looking good there. And finally, Frozen Banshee, fully booked. We've also gone through their Masteries already and made sure there's no turn meter. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. So Ultra Nightmare, here we go. All 10, you're coming out, buddy. Martyr is going in. Skull Crusher, you can be behind Vizier. Oops, messed that up. There we go. Rosin, you're not coming in. Instead, we are going to be seeing who? Reliquary Tender. So let's go ahead and get Banshee in that first spot, actually. And then we'll get Reliquary Tender there. And that should all be good for us. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, I don't think we're going to be seeing our best possible numbers here because of the affinity. But we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the cleanse here to make sure we've got it on a proper rotation. So we will do that. It is on a 3-turn cooldown, so she should use it again once the stun comes off. So there we go. Then we're going to go ahead and put up our counter attack, and we should see the hit from the clan boss right now. Boom, there we go. So we're going to come in and get our decreased defense off. Hopefully we don't get resisted on the poisons here, so we're going to, on the poison sensitivity I mean, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We do manage to get it off, so we go A1, don't get any extensions, which is really unfortunate. Now we're going to go ahead and throw up our next level of counterattack, and go A1 with the Reliquary Tender, and H3 here, so we go ahead and replace that 50% attack down, which is nice. That means we don't have to worry about seeing it. We do get an extension there, which is good. So we're looking okay. We get some more poisons going. Go for some more extensions here, and we're looking pretty solid now. So I think we're going to be alright as long as we can finish up these poisons. Ticking through, and then we can just go ahead and throw it on auto. So now Reliquary Tinder is going to be able to come in. Oh, haha. Interesting. Because of the slow tune, we actually didn't manage to get Reliquary in there because he was coming on Frozen Banshee instead of Martyr. So that's going to be an unfortunate thing there. If he does come in on Martyr, then she'll be able to cleanse it just fine because she's going to be going next, as you'll, or after Skull Crusher, but before Martyr, as you'll see. So here she is. This is the round that she should have been able to cleanse Martyr, but we're just going to go ahead and use it. And then we will come through with our A2 here, and we're just looking to finish off these poisons before we go on to auto. Come on, Banshee. We got one more on, so what are we at here? 3, 6, 8, so we need 2 more poisons. Get those. Alright, so we are full on poisons. Now we just hope that Vizier is going to be able to extend this for us. So let's throw the counterattack on and just let it go, and we will see how we do. So Vizier, come on, hit those extensions, please. Alright, we got some. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this run, and we will see what kind of damage we end up with. Alright, so we're coming up right on the end of the fight here. We're at about 18 million, which is not bad. That's a little bit more than we were doing before, but those hits before were on a red affinity, whereas we are fighting against, or they were against a void affinity, whereas we're against a red affinity. Also, like I said, we don't have any sort of masteries here. So almost 20 million, not bad. I think when it's all running properly against a void affinity, we're going to see easily over 20 million on this setup. So I am pretty happy with that. I'm not sure if we're going to get quite to 3 key territory, but there is still definitely some work to be done here. So let's go ahead and move along to the dungeons next. So I did end up having to strip some gear off of some of the champions. They're not looking at their full selves. Rosin obviously is missing a little bit here. We've also taken a little bit off of Altan. So we may need to replace some of those for the dungeons. We'll see. Let's go ahead and take a look right now at what we're doing. So let's look at Ice Golem first. This is the one where we're doing an 8-minute run. So we are bringing Altan in. We do have a Apothecary as well. Did I take any gear off him? I can't remember. He's not looking too bad, although his defense is a little bit low. Miscreated Monster, obviously really good in there. Didn't need to take him out. Now Rosin is the one that I don't think should be in this setup. I think someone like Reliquary Tinder might be better. Or Stagnite actually would be really good in here. So we also have Arbiter. We have a lot of stuff that we can work with. So I think he just recently got Arbiter, so she's going to be coming into some of the teams as well. So I'm thinking we might end up doing something along the lines of Arbiter instead of Rosin. We've got Miscreated Monster. We've got Apothecary. We've got Ceres, and we have Altan. Is Altan going to be our best choice? Maybe. Yeah, I think Altan will stay in there. Allure is also a pretty good option, so don't want to discount her, but I think that will just be the better call. So I'm going to go ahead and re-gear Altan real quick and see how Arbiter's looking, and then we will come back in. Alright, so Altan is built back up. Rosin is coming out of here. I also fixed up Ceres a little bit, gave her some more speed and accuracy, so she should be doing alright for us. So let's see, who's coming in here again? Arbiter. Let's find her. There she is. Alright, so basically the idea, this is going to help us move super fast. We're going to get our decreased defense. We're going to get our sustain from Miscreated Monster, and Altan's going to be most of our damage. So it was about an 8-minute run before. Let's see what we can do here. Just come in, throw it on auto, and see how it goes. I'm just going to go ahead and cut through it because Ice Golem is a very long fight, and so we just want to see the results, but we are doing pretty good on these waves so far. So I will come back in towards the end and we will just see how we do. So we managed to shave about a minute off the time here. I think we can do better though. I'll go ahead and save those for now. But let's see, I'm going to go ahead and try and get Stagnite in here instead of Madame Ceres. So let's see what his build is looking like. Stagnite, where are you? I swear I saw him somewhere. There we go. Alright, so none of his gears rolled up. He's not looking very strong as far as his overall build goes. Missing some accuracy. He's got good speed, but not good stats overall. So we're going to go ahead and work on that a little bit. He is in crit rate gloves. Let's go ahead and change those out to defense percent. Let's go ahead and throw these on him, I guess. And then he's in HP percent. That's fine. Let's go ahead and roll this stuff all up to 12, and his banner, we have something better for him here. Oh, we do want to get him into some accuracy as well, so I'll go ahead, I'll see if I can get him into an axe set, just kind of bump that up a little bit, and then we'll see if we can move forward from there. Alright, so this time we're going to try and go a little bit more aggressive with it. Now, the one thing that is worrisome is with counterattack, you know, it's a possibility that we end up taking out the boss's health too far and his counter comes on and hits us super hard and wipes us. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Miscreated Monster is usually pretty good at helping us out with that. We also have 2 reviving champs, so I think we'll be looking alright. Martyr, even though she is a counterattack champion, actually does kind of help speed up this fight, because with her provokes, she helps you get through the waves a little bit faster, because as long as they're not coming in and getting their abilities off, it allows you to kill them quite a bit quicker. So as you can see, we're going to be getting through this wave right about the 40-second mark and on to the next. Hopefully she has her provoke back up. It's not booked, so I don't think it will be, but we will see. Nope, she has her counterattack right now. Hopefully next turn then. We basically just want to get it off before that. There we go. So now we're not going to be seeing the reflect damage coming out. We do need to get some decreased defense here from Stagnite if we want to be able to make our way through these waves quickly though. Luckily Martyr can come in and do a little bit of that for us as well. So let's see some decreased defense come off. There we go. It did get resisted actually by a couple people. Either that or Stagnite's not fully booked, which would actually be really unfortunate for us here. I'm guessing that is the case. So now we do see the reflect damage coming out, but there's only 3 of them left. This one's pretty close to dead as well, so we're looking alright. Me coming up through the end of this wave, looks like right around the minute 45 mark or so. I don't know why All-10 went on that one, the one without decreased defense on. But hey, you know, he's doing his thing. So we should be able to take him out pretty quickly here. Decreased defense coming off on this one now, which means we're not going to have it up at the start of the Ice Golem, unfortunately. I think Martyr just used up her provoke there as well, which is not the best for us, but that's okay. We're making our way through his health pretty quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and we'll just see if we get a better time. Alright, so we're coming up on the end of the fight here, and it was a little bit riskier. I think the lack of decreased defense from Stagnite really hurt us there, but it was a much better time. 5 minutes, 23 seconds. So we're looking pretty good there. I don't know if this is going to be the best long-term strategy for him, just because, like I showed, it is a little bit risky. But it did work out alright, and it did yield a pretty good time. So if Stagnite can get booked up, I think that's going to be a pretty good option for now. So let's go ahead and move on here, and we are going to come into the Dragon now. So Dragon, 4 minutes 57 seconds, not a very quick time at all. Basically, we don't have any damage coming out here is why. So let's see, what do we have to work with? Do we have any good nukers? Zargala is actually pretty good for Dragon. We may consider bringing her in. We do have a Royal Guard as well, I didn't really think about. Tyrell, so we do have some good options here. You're definitely coming out. Is Tyrell built well? He is not, so we're gonna have to go ahead and fix him up to come in here and do a better time for us. Altan is pretty decent, although not necessarily the best for this dungeon. Rosin's pretty good as well. We definitely don't need Manaya in here. So let me go ahead and fix up Rosin, and then I'm going to come back, Rosin and Tyrell, and then I'm going to come back in and see if we can get a better time on this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give this team a shot here. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So basically the time we're trying to beat is, I think, 4 minutes and 40 seconds, somewhere around there. I think that should be pretty easy to do with these champs. But we'll just have to see. We went ahead and fixed up Rosin's build as well as Tyrell's, so they've got the proper amount of accuracy, they got decent speed, so they can come in here and do their work for us. Frozen Banshee is obviously who we're going to be relying on when we actually get to the dragon. Now that I think about it, we don't have a reviver in here, so we just have to hope that Frozen Banshee doesn't go down. That would actually be really bad for us. So Reliquary Tinder might actually be worth bringing in here. We'll just have to see how we get through the waves and if it's going to be a necessity. So we're making our way through here pretty good so far. Looks like we're going to be about 50 seconds getting through this first wave. More like a minute, it looks like, I guess. Once we get to the dragon, though, Frozen Banshee takes it down pretty quick, so I don't think we're going to be worrying there. 1 minute exactly on the first wave. So now we're coming through. We need to get that decreased defense up from our Tyrell soon. Otherwise, we're going to be looking a little hairy as far as getting through this wave on time goes. We've got the decreased defense coming up on us now. Oh, we actually lost our miscreated monster. That's not good. So this might not be a good run for us here. We may have to bring in the Reliquary Tinder after all, just to get it running correctly. Taking a lot of hits. So Rosin may not be the best choice here. Reliquary might help us speed it up, actually. Just depending. We don't really have a lot of damage coming out anymore without Miscreated Monster because he does those big AoEs. But we are making our way through, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Not having Miscreated Monster will actually make the dragon part of the fight go faster. It's just a matter of if we can survive without him. So we're coming up onto the 2-minute mark now, and we're still only partially through this wave. That Horden's going to come in and hit us now. Hopefully we can get through the Tyrell before he brings up decreased defense on us again, but they're focusing on the APOC now, even though he's stunned, which is pretty annoying. Here we go, we're onto the Tyrell now. Decreased attack coming out on him. We've got the decreased defense on Banshee now, so she's looking pretty rough, but APOC goes ahead and heals her back up. So we're definitely going to make it. It's just a matter of if it's going to be safe, because we do want a 100% clear rate. You know, we don't want to be losing on occasion, which it looks like this team could potentially lose, so we might want to change it up here after this run. Let's see how fast we end up getting it done, though. We got our first inhale coming out. See, Frozen Banshee is decently fast because she is on our Clan Boss team, so we're going to get through the purple absolutely no problem. Now we're just continuing to work our way through. Now the one thing with Reliquary Tinder that I'm not sure about is if we take out Rosin, we're going to be losing a lot of damage. So that is something to consider. If we do get him into War Master, that's definitely going to help us out, though. As you can see, we're making our way through the health bar pretty quickly. I think this is probably going to be the last turn that the dragon gets, either this one or one more. Okay, one more. Most likely. The poisons are going to kill him as soon as he starts his next turn, and that's going to be it. So I do believe that is going to be about a minute off the fastest time, which is not bad for our first test. Not too bad there. So 3:33, that's our best time so far. But let's go ahead and give it a shot with Reliquary Tinder instead. I think it's going to be slower but more consistent. Alright, so there we go. Let's come in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the end since we've already seen all this and just see what time we get. Alright, so we're coming right up on the end of the run here, and it's actually going a little bit faster, so I think we're going to be seeing pretty much the same exact time, but a lot safer. Now that I think about it, we do have Arbiter, so she could come in here instead of Reliquary and probably speed it up even more. Nice, some defense percent with crit rate, not bad. But I'm going to go ahead and call that a success and move on to the Fire Knight, and then we will check out Arena after that. So unfortunately for Fire Knight, our Stag Knight is not booked, so that's going to hurt us a lot. We're going to go ahead and throw him in here. Vizier shouldn't be in here, so let's see, who do we want? Who would be good in his place? Miscreated Monster is actually not bad, but not good affinity here. Armiger would be good. Is he fully built? Not quite. I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the Armiger, and then I think we're going to be looking really good on this fight, so I will be back in a second. Alright, so I've gone ahead. I realized that our Cold Heart, well, first of all, that we had a Cold Heart. I was going to go for Armiger, But she wasn't in a great build, so I went ahead and fixed her up, and we're going to bring in Arbiter as well, so if she does happen to go down, then we can go ahead and revive her. Martyr's obviously amazing for Fire Knight. She's got the provokes for the waves and everything, Stag Knight for our decreased defense, and Rosin for a 3-hit A1, so I think we're going to be looking pretty solid here. Let's go ahead and see how we do. See, that's going to be the big issue there. We only landed 1 decreased defense, so that's going to slow down our runs tremendously. Still, we're making pretty good progress at least. 44k hit from the Cold Heart, so not looking bad there. The provokes are going to be nice. They're going to help our Cold Heart survive through all of these waves, especially with Errol coming in with the big hits. He is going to be able to attack this turn, though. We do have an increased defense on her, so we should hopefully not take too much. And then we do have a counterattack as well. Interesting, he went on the Rosin. I guess it is a neutral affinity, so Rosin probably has less HP than Cold Heart, because I did switch her over to an HP chest, so that's good for us. We're going to be getting through this wave, looks like right around the minute 10 mark or so, which isn't too bad. If we had that consistent decreased defense going on our Stag Knight, we'd be getting through a lot faster. Rosin is down, which I didn't see coming, but Errol does ignore defense, so that's just kind of how it goes. Hopefully Arbiter can get back around to her revive soon. Otherwise, we could be looking in trouble here. I'm not sure if she's booked, actually. So she takes a little bit of a hit there, gets off the counterattack. Hopefully this turn we're going to see the revive again. Cold Heart goes down as well. Luckily her revive is AoE, so not too much to worry about at the moment. We do need some provokes coming off from Martyr as well. That'll really help us out. She is not fully booked either, so there are definitely a couple things going on that could be better, but I mean, that just means that there's room to improve. So however this ends up going, we're going to be able to expect a better result as we get more gear and books going. So definitely nothing to worry about. Rosin's looking a little haggard. We don't have Apothecary in here for spot heal, so all he's going to be getting is Arbiter's heal on her A3. But we do have the provokes up, so he shouldn't be taking too much more, luckily. Back up to half now. As soon as we get onto the boss, he'll be up to probably about 3/4 or so, which isn't bad. He is pretty tanky, so he should be able to withstand at least the first hit, and hopefully after that we'll have enough control to just kind of keep him pretty low. We'll see though. Now we just got to finish off this Lich, which shouldn't be too bad. It does have an increased defense, so hopefully Rosin can tear that off. He does not. So there we go, Arbiter takes it off for us, and now we can mow through him a little bit more quickly. Hopefully we can see a Heartseeker, but we do not. So on to the boss. We're at about 3 minutes at the moment. We'll see how the AI goes as far as breaking the shield. Can we get an A1 here? No, of course the Heartseeker comes off there. So looking a little rough here. We're going to take a big hit. Cold Heart almost down. Hopefully we can get an A1 from her here. Of course the counterattack wasn't up when the actual hit came through, otherwise we would be looking just fine right now. One more hit, and we do get the slow from Stag Knight, so that's going to help us out a lot. And the bog down from Rosin, now we're looking solid. So hopefully Cold Heart can go ahead and get her Heartseeker back around before we are going to see the shield coming back up. I believe it should be coming up either next turn or the turn after. So if it's next turn, we're going to be looking really good. If it's the turn after, then there we go, but we get resisted, unfortunately. I do have her accuracy up over 200, so that's just a bad break. That's fine. We do have counterattack on Rosin and Cold Heart here, so we're going to go ahead and break the shield pretty easily. It is down, and now we're just going to be working our way through his HP some more. So I mean, all in all, a pretty good run. As long as the Arbiter's healthy, honestly, there's not too much to worry about, because she can come back and revive us. But if too many people start going down, then she'll start taking more damage, and it's kind of a, a cycling effect. We're looking pretty good here, though. If we had a Heartseeker there, that would have been it. But we're not taking too much damage from these hits because of the increased defense from our Martyr, as well as the decreased attack we're getting from Stag Knight. So that's going to be it for the shield, and that's going to be it for the boss. Looks like we're going to be hitting right around a 4-minute, 40-second run, which I believe is about 2 minutes off our original best time, so not too bad at all. Come on, let's see that Heart Seeker. Boom, and that is gonna be it. It looks like our Cold Heart is actually in Giant Slayer, which is interesting. Let me go ahead and check her out real quick. See if I can re-roll that for free. So is this the one we have? Yes, it is. So if we can get her, yeah, she's currently running Giant Slayer. We want her in Flawless Execution. So yeah, she's going, it's almost like a Clan Boss build, which is kind of weird. So we're gonna go ahead and re-roll these. We're going to come here, here, and then we probably want this one, Heart of Glory, although I'm not sure. That would help us for Spider, probably. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take that, and then we're going to want Ruthless Ambush, probably. Or what is this one here? Single Out might actually be better because she doesn't use her Heart Seeker on the first turn on auto. She goes for AoE. So we're definitely going to want Whirlwind of Death, though. We'll go ahead and take Single Out. We will take Bring It Down, and then we are going to grab Cycle of Violence and Stoke to Fury, and then we will take Flawless Execution. We'll go ahead and take Kill Streak, and then we'll grab some Accuracy over here. We definitely want Swarm Smiter, Lore of Steel, and actually Evil Eye might be a better idea going forward. I don't know, either way. And then we could choose either Sniper or Master Hexer. I think I'm going to go for Sniper since she'll be able to reapply it pretty often. So that's going to do the Masteries there. So our Cold Heart build isn't looking too bad. She's at about 32k HP, 162 speed, 77% crit rate, which is fine since our Heart Seeker does an extra 30%. 193% crit damage. That's obviously the weak point that could come up a little bit, as well as speed. And then 211 accuracy is also just a slight bit low, but not too bad overall. So that is going to be it for dungeons, guys. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at arena as well. I don't think we're going to be doing a lot here, but we can check it out. So we've got Arbiter, we got Skull Crown, we got Ceres. Those are all good. We might want to throw Martyr in there. She's at 191 speed, so that's not bad. In fact, that might be the way to go. Get those provokes off. I'm not sure if she leads with provoke, though. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and... Actually, we don't want to throw it on auto because Madame Ceres is not going to properly use her decreased defense like that. So let's go ahead and do that. She actually starts with her counterattack, which is a little bit unfortunate. If she started with the provokes, that would be much better for us. We're still definitely going to win this, though. Should get her provokes off right now. Unless Mountain King goes first, which he does. So there we go. We got our provokes off. Mountain King resisted, but we're looking okay. So obviously you're going to want to play this on manual. Counterattack could potentially be a good starting move, but probably not the best most of the time. So let's go ahead and find a little bit tougher team here. Something like... that might be a little bit too tough for us. It's basically a matter of if we win the speed battle. So let's go ahead and give this one a shot. If we lose the speed battle, then we lose. Alright, so we are faster. That's good. Go ahead, get our decreased defense off. And then Gurgo's probably going to cut in and just annihilate us here. Let's see if we can kill him first, though. There we go. Skull Crown with the big hits. And that's going to be it. Perfect. Alright, so I mean, we're looking pretty good here. Not a whole lot to change. I've already messed with a lot of these builds. So it's just a matter of speed, basically. As he keeps getting his Arbiter faster, he'll have a higher win rate. So see, we're not as fast here, so we're probably going to lose. We do manage to cut in, though, so we can at least get the decreased attack going on them. Skull Crown takes the hit, which is good for us. Now we can come in with some provokes. That decreased defense is going to make us do a lot less damage, though. Let's go for that, and then A2. We actually do win this one, which is cool. So yeah, I think we're looking pretty good here. Not a whole lot to work on. I would just put in Martyr instead of, what did he have in here? Miscreated Monster. Miscreated Monster, also not a bad choice. But that's going to be it for today, guys. So if you are interested in having a rework like this done for your own account, make sure to hit me up on Discord, link in the description down below. Basically, my requirements are you have at least 10 million silver to work with. Obviously, the more you have, the more I can do. So this takeover, I used probably close to 50 million or so. Actually, closer to 60 million. So if you want a lot done like this, where I do clan boss and all the dungeons, then yeah, a lot more silver is going to be necessary. But that's just kind of how it goes. I work with whatever I have to work with. Just 10 million is the minimum. Also, make sure to leave a comment down below or join the Discord if you have anything you'd like to talk about, any sort of advice. I'm always happy to help you guys out, and thanks for watching.